real ones, let's talk some real shit. Let's talk some real shit. But before we get into it, make sure y'all hit that button. Okay? It costs you nothing. Make sure you hit that motherfucker. We about to talk about it. All right. If y'all missed it, Coach Reed of 24/7 Sports had the HBCU world a buzz with some comments he made. Uh, he basically laid out an exit plan for Jackson State University to leave the SWAC and move to the Big Ten under the leadership of Deion Sanders. Long story short, he was basically saying that Prime is basically uniquely qualified to lead Jackson State to do this, talking about how Prime is the most dynamic cat in the country. I agree with that. And basically he says that Prime could use some of that pool that he has to call on some of these big money motherfuckers like an Elon Musk, rich motherfucker in the world, Bill Gates, Mark Cuban, Hove, he might have said Diddy, I don't know. But cats, they got the bag that they could drop it on Deion and Jackson State, and the Jackson State can make that move. Okay? To quote him directly, he said that only a guy like Deion Sanders can make something happen. He said the SWAC is not going to catch up with you. He said HBCU football is not going to catch up with you. Okay? Those are the words of Coach Reed. And so I saw the video. One of the dope things about me having a weekly show rather than a daily show is I get an opportunity to kind of peep the scene, seeing how people are reacting to shit that's hot during the week, you know what I'm talking about? And really soak all that shit in. And so when I got to thinking about it, this is what came to mind right here. Independence or integration. Independence or integration. Again, real ones. Let's talk some real shit now. This is an age-old question in the Black community. Real talk. In Black America, this is an age-old question. Do we want to be independent? We want to do our own fucking thing? Or do we want to be integrated into mainstream America, aka white America? We've seen this shit with Marcus Garvey versus W.B. Du Bois. Okay? Marcus Garvey calling for independence and Africa for the Africans. W.B. Du Bois, one of the founders of the NAACP, and we know they've been instrumental in integration, most notably Brown v. Board of Education decision. We've seen this argument between Malcolm X and Dr. King. Okay? We've seen this. And I read all their works, by the way. Go check them out. Okay? Especially Marcus Garvey. I think a whole lot of us have missed out on Brother Marcus. His shit is incredible. Okay? But I digress. So when I think about, okay, damn, what should we do? Not even saying that scenario is even on the board right now. But people have been talking about Jackson State moving up to FBS or doing something like that. And I've seen move to the Sun Belt. I've seen all kind of shit. Okay. And I think I'm uniquely qualified to speak about this. Again, my background, America, if you've been down with me, my real ones know. But if you're new, my background is very diverse. It's varied. I think God has allowed me to see all these different sides of life to prepare me for moments like this. For real, for real. Check me out. I'm from Canton, Mississippi. All Black. Well, not completely Black, but I'm from the all Black side of town. Okay. And it's deeply segregated. Like I didn't have any white friends growing up. I didn't have any white neighbors growing up. You know what I'm talking about? My little elementary school was all black. My church was all black. Uh, that's who you around, your people, the whole fucking day. You know what I'm talking about? All day, every day. And that was from preschool through 8th grade. But then I went to St. Joe, a Catholic school now in Madison. You know, my mama had taught in the Catholic school system for 27 years. So you know, all of her children went through that system. And that was a fucking culture shock going there. That was a culture shock. Because even the school I was at in Canton, it was a Catholic school, but it was all black. You feel me? Uh, it ain't like it was an affluent school. You know, it was a struggling school itself. That's part of the reason why it no longer exists. But going to St. Joe, that was a motherfucking culture shock there, cuz. Okay. Then going to Southern Miss, another culture shock. Okay. I handled my business in both stops. Okay. Was on the basketball team at St. Joe, one of the talented players on the team, key contributor on the team. Before I left, ended up being captain of the team in my senior year. You know what I'm talking about? Graduated with highest honors there at Southern Miss. Uh, Graduated number one in my class. So I handled my business in these stops, but I faced some discomfort too now. That the shit I faced at St. Joe, it didn't really hit me until I grew older and knew. And what do you say? You learn better, you do better. Or my coach used to tell us keep living. Like you don't really understand what the fuck you going on right now. Just keep living. So yeah, I graduated with honors, highest honors in high school. My principal told me when he shook my hand, he said, another black man and the white man is help. That's what that motherfucker told me on the souls of my children. Ain't that a bitch? At Southern Miss, shit was segregated. It was like we were amongst ourselves in that motherfucker. Like on the yard, you know, to my the black fraternities, sororities doing something. Let's say it's a goddamn probate or something, you know what I'm talking about? Shit lit. We amongst ourselves. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shit, we congregate with the homies. We amongst ourselves. On game day. Yeah, you knew your ass was a minority then, boy. When them alarms come in there, motherfucker. You knew you were a minority. And I damn sure knew I was a minority when I got attacked by the police 3 weeks before I graduated number one in my goddamn class. That shit happened off campus, but hell, we had to be off campus because they didn't have a frat house and shit for the black fraternities and sororities to have their own parties on campus. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying this because just like I said, I handled my business in those stops. I was elite in those stops. I believe that Jackson State, if they went to a Big Ten, they would benefit from the money that conference generates, the TV deals that conference generates. I believe it would help recruiting even more. Uh, these motherfuckers that are recruiting against Prime wouldn't be able to throw the conference in the recruit's face and shit like that, because now you would be on par with that. You could pretty much say we're on national TV, probably would be on national TV in some way every week. I think Jack State will win. They win. But goddamn, what we have to go through to win? Along the way of winning, what kind of bullshit will we be putting up with? Will we have all these uncomfortable moments like I went through? Told y'all before at Southern Miss, I was in the library getting it in, scholar. Walked into the bathroom in the library. And inside the stall, somebody had written, "All niggas go home." Not with the A. Hard ERS. All niggers go home. I was fucking furious. That's not the maddest I've ever been, but I was pretty fucking mad. That's in the top 10, maybe top 5. I was furious. I was like, I'm up in this bitch as a scholar. I'm in here getting it in. I'm in here being one of the best black, white, Asian, whatever at this bitch. And this how somebody at this motherfucker feel about me? That's how somebody here feels about me, huh? My brother tell you, I came back to the dorm room. I lost it. I was livid. I was saying all kind of shit. Because when I'm mad, I really don't give a fuck. So when I thought about this move or other similar moves that Jack State could make, where we integrate into a PWI conference, we integrate into a conference where we're the only black school. Do I think we'll be successful? Yes. But what kind of fuck shit will we have to put up with when we are not surrounded by our culture? You feel me? I wouldn't have dealt with that shit if I had gone to Jack State in undergrad as well. When I took those grad school classes, I ain't doing no shit like that. No shit like that. Our professors, they poured into like, those professors made me feel good as fuck. Dr. Gentry, Dr. Brown. Made me feel good. Ain't nobody say no fuck shit like my high school principal said to me. Like I owed him something. Motherfucker, you ain't do shit. You ain't pay no tuition. You ain't help me with my grade. Motherfucker, I did all this. My mom paid the tuition. What the fuck? But is that how Elon Musk motherfucking ass would feel if he did drop a bag on Jack State? Based on the way he be carrying on, from what I've seen of him on Twitter now. Shit, yeah. Would that be how the Big Ten, big wigs, and boosters would be feeling about us when it comes to the revenue sharing in the conference and Ohio State and USC and Michigan and Michigan State, where their old school alums get to thinking, why is some of our dollars going to the black school? And they might use another word. Well, we had to put up fuck shit. So you might think we should be willing to subjugate ourselves to that shit for the money. Maybe you feel that way. I ain't, I'm just giving you something to think about as somebody who has been able to see both sides of this shit. I value my education from these institutions. I was greatly educated at them. But it's like who I am, especially who I am today. Shit, I be culturally shunned by those other than real motherfuckers at these places. Would we be mocked in the Big Ten? Would these motherfuckers be talking shit like not just your regular swag talking shit? I know we talk shit, okay? In the fall when the games get crunk up, I hope to have a representative from every school on the schedule to come join us on our previews and talk your shit. I welcome that. We had a great segment last season between my brother Thaddeus Reed and his partner from Alcorn. They were talking their talk, talking their shit. But it was the culture. It was the culture. I can only imagine what Twitter looked like. Big Ten conference game, Jack State versus Ohio State, what some of them motherfuckers might be talking about. I don't be seeing on this shit right now, but some of y'all be saying stuff, let me know these motherfuckers be acting up. Like when Juneteenth just passed, I saw a lot of people saying, we're cutting up. That's how that shit gonna be. And they see the boom coming through that bitch. And they see them J sets and how J sets get down. Shit gonna hit different for them. And they gonna talk down. It's gonna be racial bullshit. It's gonna be, it's gonna take away from the fun. We're gonna get the money. We're gonna get the money. We're gonna deal with a lot of shit. Will we lose our say-so? I would assume that Jack State's a major player in HBCU discussions and meetings and all that kind of shit. Definitely in the SWAC. Major player. President, AD, all that. You think presidents and ADs from those schools don't give a fuck about what we talking about? Now you might say they'll want to hear from Prime. Coach Reed said only a guy like Deion Sanders can make something happen. So does that mean if Prime ain't with us, what happens then? Because they don't want to talk to Prime because Prime is just this mega star. He's up that world. They want to be near Prime. They want to talk to Prime and all that kind of shit. They want to talk to us before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen this shit, y'all. I've seen this shit. So because I saw all that growing up, when I got into my teaching career, I chose to just teach my people. I had the opportunity to leave. Everywhere I taught was pretty much all black schools. But like when I got to high schools and started putting up the great test scores and getting these awards and all that kind of shit, you know, of course it was floated out there that, you can come to this school, you know, more affluent school and shit like that. And your test score shows you might not have anybody fail the test. And, you know, of course, what comes with that? You're going to have more accolades come with that, maybe more opportunities, maybe can move on. Well, I had the opportunity to move on up into administration, but probably damn sure can move up into administration, maybe get some incentives and all types of shit would come with that. But I like, no. I wanted to stay with my people because I knew, one, they needed me. Those kids needed me. Two, I knew those kids really for sure going to appreciate me and my style. Now, I could adapt. I could teach anybody. But we see right now there's an anti-truth movement in America. I don't know if I can survive as a teacher in this anti-truth era outside of being with my people. Now, I ain't make up shit in the classroom. Don't get me wrong. I taught Ronald Reagan the same way I taught Barack Obama. Tell the fucking truth. The part of telling the truth is when I teach you what the word lynching means, I'm going to show you the pictures of these lynchings. With that part of me keeping it real fly at some of the PWI high schools that y'all went to possibly right now? No, they got these anti-CRT bills out here. Motherfucker probably fired me. So, and all I'll be doing is just doing what I've always done, keeping it real, being myself. So, how does our culture being that one? Okay, that's what Coach Reed trying to act like we just that one. The gifted black school, the shiny black school. How does it look when we're by ourselves amongst all these big ass name brand PWI? Are we still able to fucking be ourselves? Are we able to still keep our autonomy? Are we able to still keep our culture and it not be frowned upon? Yeah, we talk shit amongst each other, but y'all motherfuckers respect the boom. All right, if you're not a Jack Staper, you respect the boom now. You respect the J sets. Come on now, you know it. All right, you respect the product that's on the field. Now you might say, "Oh, because of Dion." You know the motherfucker wasn't going last year. South Carolina State got us. They coached by a legend. We were overconfident. But y'all knew the motherfucker was bad. Yeah, I know that now. And we know what y'all got. We know it. I told y'all before when I was at the Battle of the Band one time, goddamn fam, you brought our motherfuckers fill up the whole damn field. Made no goddamn sense. Hella impressive though. I'm saying right now, Jack State folks don't turn away when the Golden Girls of Alcorn State University out there. They do not look away. You feel me? Because we talk all this shit, we got these rivalries, but goddamn, at the end of the day, we feel each other. It's one culture, one accord, man. So this is just me. This is me talking now. You can feel how you feel. You know what I'm talking about? And don't feel like I'm coming for anybody who wants to move up to that shit. I'm not coming up for you. Not like that. Cool. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I'm just speaking for me. What I want us to do is keep doing what we fucking doing. We building up. First of all, this him saying the SWAC is not going to catch up with you. Okay, we went undefeated in the SWAC, but we damn near lost some of them games. Okay, let me point that out. HBCU football is not going to catch up with you. We lost the Celebration Bowl to South Carolina State. Okay. Now, are we going to go undefeated this year? Yes. Book it. I told y'all that. But we still got work to do. So, Tiger Nation, let's stay humble and stay hungry now. We need these boys to goddamn come on through. I didn't put my reputation on this shit. Book it. We going undefeated. But I need us in terms of the energy and the passion. Yeah, we up there right now. Ain't nobody fucking with that right now. Let's keep building that and let's keep challenging these other HBCU schools to step their games up. And we see it happening. We see that Tennessee State went and got Eddie George. We see that Grambling went and got Coach Hugh Jackson. And you ain't just got to go get one of these celebrity coaches. It just maybe getting the fans more enthused. Or maybe if it's a black kid who is in a South Carolina or in a North Carolina or in a Florida and all that kind of stuff, maybe just because of the juice and the shit that they see going on with Jack State and hearing Diddy talk about we should play for us and stuff like that, maybe that motivates them to want to go to the HBCU in their vicinity. Because again, if you black in these areas, more than likely, if somebody in your family went to college, more than likely they probably went to HBCU. So maybe that makes these kids start to put other HBCUs on their list other than Jackson State. One culture, one accord, and we all rise together. I want to see Jackson State fucking number one. Don't get shit twisted. I want to see Jackson State whoop y'all ass in every sport. But we can all rise together now. We can be competitive and we still kick y'all ass. That's what I want. That's what I want. I absolutely loved as a child. My sister took me to Jackson State game. And we sit right there in the middle of the horseshoe in the bit. I distinctly remember a Jackson State fan, old head, and a visitor from the visitor fan, old head. Can't remember if it was all corner Southern. One of them two, because the bitch was just packed. And just hearing those old men go off on each other about the game. And everybody around them just laughing. It's just seeing all that shit, seeing all our motherfucking people in that bitch. Seeing the bands battling. You got a battle on the fucking field. You got a battle in the stands. Fucking beautiful. Our culture. Do you retain that that's USC over there? You got an old man from USC up there arguing with an old head from Jack State? Does it stay about the game? Does it turn racial? Do the bands battle each other with the same, do you lose who you are? Or is the money worth it? I'm about that motherfucking money. You understand me? I just feel like we can get it while doing that. I really do. Maybe not get as much as Ohio State, Michigan, and USC. Maybe not. And that's something we may have to come to terms with. That when you're independent, you may not get as much money as these big old schools. We're only 13% of the fucking population in this country. For every 100 people in this country, only 13% of us are black. So when you that outnumber, no, maybe we might not get as much as them. They're the majority of the population. But god damn it, we can get enough to sustain ourselves, to help our universities, to have football programs of all these schools rise up, helping the athletic department of all these schools, which most importantly, really helps enrollment at the school in general, where you have more black children just because the damn football team is popping. Say, damn, I want to go there. And it makes them inspired to goddamn do what the fuck they need to do in K-12 so they can get their ass into college and then go get one of these 21st century jobs. You feel me? I just think we can do that while still retaining our independence. But hey, maybe that's because out of all the men I told you, I respect all of them. I stand on the shoulders of all of them. Marcus Garvey, W.B. Du Bois, Malcolm X, and Dr. King. I stand on their shoulders. I love these men. I revere these men. But maybe my opinion is like that because I do lean more towards Garvey and Brother Malcolm. Maybe my opinion is like that because of my experiences growing up and being in these situations and having these adverse occurrences in my life. Maybe it's my experience in which being a public school teacher in an impoverished school, and you hear these folks talking about these plans to allow kids to go to whatever school district they want to go to, no matter their location. And really what they're trying to do is pick your best and brightest up out of your school and shit, and just leave your school with kids who are coming from like severe struggle and shit like that, or have some struggles academically. So then when you take the best and brightest out of it, they don't even have those kids to aspire to. They don't have those kids to listen to. Kids learn from each other. They don't have those kids to pair with and share with. Like, that's what it sounded like to me. That Jackson State is, in a lot of people's eyes, the gifted school. So let's just pluck them out and leave everybody else the fuck alone to just struggle, because they can't catch up anyway. Come on, man. And I don't think Coach Reed got that kind of bullshit in his heart. It was a hot take. If you know the media game, hot take. Hey, it fucking worked. He went viral. Everybody talking about it, you know what I'm talking about. But maybe that's all that shit put together is why I think that way. Maybe it's because I'm a student of history and a former teacher of history, and I keep looking and seeing in all these instances in which we ultimately haven't been accepted. I would want to be able to go into that motherfucking everything goes swell. We get the money. Everybody cool with the culture. These motherfuckers ain't talking this bullshit. They ain't saying shit like, okay, we got the nigger school this week. Now, no bullshit like that. I would love that, but that's idealistic. It's idealistic. I don't see that happening. But hey, that's just me. I hope you listened. Just gave you something to think about. Hope you listened. You feel me? Whatever the case is, let's keep building. Everybody. Wherever you are, wherever your school is, goddamn it, if you didn't go to a school, if you're black, you need to be thinking black. And if you're an ally of black people, we appreciate you. But that's what I got. Make sure y'all do that right there. All right? My daughter told me to tell y'all that. Put it on some. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit statementtees.llc.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.